you're back into the side. Obviously, bit of a gap. Can you just take us through what went on? Was Joe said you were a bit off colour? How have you been over the last couple of weeks in Europe?
Yeah, it's been a bit of a weird one. I've struggled with a bit of vertigo for the past 2 weeks, so yeah, trying to get through all the dizziness and all the world spinning was pretty interesting and a bit difficult, but yeah, back now I'm fine. Sorted all that stuff out with amazing medical staff here, so I'm doing my weird exercises every day to make sure that my head's not spinning, but yeah, no, feeling really confident going into this week, and yeah, that's what's been holding me back.
How frustrating has it been, because in your combat game from the jaw, played very, very well, and then to be on the sideline seeing, what you're going through, how have you found that?
Yeah, I suppose it's frustrating just not playing at all. Like you want to play as many Wallaby games as you can, and not being a part of that for the past 2 weeks was pretty frustrating, and being in the stands. But it comes, injuries happen. I've had a fair few this year. It's just about how you get through it, and I got an opportunity this week to play with the boys, and it's as I said before, it's the best thing to be in a Wallabies jersey again, and yeah, I can't wait.
Jake, it's been a long tour, top tour. Just wondering, as one of the leaders in the team, how have you found just within camp this week, huge challenge against France 80,000? How have you found that as one of the leaders here, just getting everyone back on job?
We spoke about the start of the week that, as a team, when you wear the Wallaby gold, you shouldn't need much inspiration to get up for. And we believe, we knew the progression of this team was going to be linear, and we've been disappointed with a lot of the elements of our game, and actually impressed with a few that might not be clear to the eye of some of the spectators and some of the people in the crowd. But, a game at start in front of, we're expecting 85,000 against a really strong French team. You don't need too much motivation. So we've had a really good training week. We're obviously pretty disappointed with the start of the week, but normal trajectory, we're ready to go.
Can you take us through, as a half-back, the aerial game? Because obviously there's a lot more that goes into it than we see with the naked eye. From your perspective, you're hitting a lot of the hangers or whatever. What has been going wrong from your perspective, Jake, just in terms of not being able to maybe take as many contestables as you'd like to as a team?
Yeah, there's a few things that go into it. Yeah, I think one thing the Irish did really well was the variety of kicks they threw up. They actually didn't only kick off 9, they kicked off 10, they kicked off. James Lowe's got a big boot. The variety that they used throughout the game put us under a lot of pressure. You've got to think back to the week before. I think we put up 5 contestables, we got 4 of the 5 back. So it's not as clear as maybe the game on the weekend, where we're disappointed that we didn't get more back, but it's something that we've definitely seen as a strength throughout the year. Lions game 3, Lions game 2, some of the South Africa games, we've actually trended pretty well. But yeah, disappointed with the Ireland game. They've changed the ruling around now. It's a very open, contestable catch, and the Irish did it really well.
Joe was saying earlier that the last few weeks have been some of the toughest of his coaching career. In your playing career, how do you categorise the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, it's definitely been challenging. I've had some not so great times at Waratahs, and but
I mean, on this tour.
On this tour, just for this year, or are you talking about previous years?
Last couple of
years. It's been tough, and especially when you're training so hard and looking to get results. When you don't get, I guess not so much the recognition, but when the way it probably ended on the weekend against Ireland was probably disappointing, and maybe didn't reflect how close the game was for large parts of the game. I think at the 60 it was a 7-8 point, 3-point game. Same with the English. It was a game. It was 10-7 at the 55, and it's disappointing when the games blow out, and is seen as probably a little bit more of a blowout. But yeah, definitely challenging, and especially for the effort that we're putting in.
Dylan, you've obviously been off the field. Just early, I'm interested as well, as a back 3, are you confident that the issues against Ireland have been fixed, and if so, what are the things that you're really targeting to nail? Because there's obviously a lot that goes into it, with the new rulings and everything.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah, you guys see the product on the weekend, which obviously wasn't to our standard, but we've been working really hard all year. As Jake said, we've been really good in that area, and then we've had games we've been really poor, but it's just about sticking to the process. And it's not like we can't catch high balls. It's just we had a bad day. So you always got to be confident in the air. It's now it's a one-on-one battle. You have to be a lot more, I suppose, confident in yourself and commit to it. And I think we'll do that this week.
Dylan, with the vertigo, I mean, that's a very difficult condition to have. Was it a head knock or some kind of issue with your ear? And
not too sure. It was just kind of a random thing, but just not too sure. Just I kind of woke up in the middle of the night and had vertigo, but it's fixed now, so that's all I'm worried about.
And the exercises that you have to do, I think, are quite almost like a gymnastic kind of exercise when you wake up and get your head and ear in different positions. Is that right? Is that
it's just more so trying to get my eyes and my head thinking the same. So just little like an X on a cardboard piece of paper and just trying to get my eyes and my brain in the same thing. But I'm stoked that it's all working together at the moment.
Wow.
Jake, Joe said actually there's been quite a lot of hurt maybe from the players, and that there is a huge amount of effort going in, and how much it means to the Australian fans at home, and a feeling that desperate to repay that hard-earned support. Just wondering your perspective on that from in the playing group. Is that something you're seeing, talking to everybody, just really trying to give something back to all the people who are supporting you back home?
Oh, there's definite disappointment. Like and Dill touched on it as well. It's not a lack of effort, and the way we're training, we're desperate to make improvements in our game. It's just disappointing in some of the ones on the weekend that it's probably not visible to you guys, but there is, a lot of the guys are making sure they're getting all their work done. Possibly at times we could seem like we're overdoing it a little bit, but there is the intentions for us to really put on a performance this weekend that the group's proud of, firstly, and then hopefully our fans can get behind as well.
How do you deal with that as players, in that you're putting so much into it, you're not necessarily getting the rewards in the field, and there is criticism? Does that hurt, or is it just a case that you just, as professional athletes, you park it and you're just focused on yourselves?
Look, there's always a little bit of hurt. I try to stay away from social media and articles because at times it can be a little bit challenging. But yeah, I think when you're putting in that much effort, it's not coming off. There's automatically going to be frustration. But one thing the group's been awesome at is their ability to sort of learn the fixes and try, get the right answers. And I thought today was a great session. The amount of energy and the accuracy that we need was awesome.
I asked Joe about this as well, but the conditions on Saturday night are going to be very, very cold. We don't think there's going to be snow, but I mean, how different is it when you're playing in such cold, freezing conditions?
Haven't done it.
Yeah, we did it last year in Edinburgh. Yeah, we've played in some pretty wet conditions this year. Throughout the year we've been, even I remember the Eden Park game, we were excited for some dry conditions. It's rare that you get dry conditions and maybe 10 minutes before kickoff it starts bloody raining, but we're prepared. We've played in cold conditions before. Warm up might be a little bit tough, but once the game kicks off, you'll be into it. I
mean, it's always an amazing opportunity, isn't it? Like every test, there's another week. This is the last of the season. It's still within your hands to end this on the highest point. Just wondering, Jake, Dylan, is that something you've talked, not necessarily the negative, but there is a massive opportunity, and you've been there before where people have written you off and look what's happened. Is that something that's resonating in terms of the opportunity that is there?
Yeah, 100%. There's always an opportunity when you get to put on the Wallabies jersey, and the fact that we work so hard throughout the week, and we're not going into games thinking that we're going to lose them. We're going into games thinking they're a great opportunity every time. We just got to take that opportunity, and this week's a great week for a lot of boys. I've never played in France, so it's a great opportunity for me to play here, and there's just so many other boys that would have similar things. So as Jake said before, once you put on a Wallaby jersey, it's more so what you can do to make your teammates and your country proud. So
Okay.
Well, for you, you were close to joining Toulon. You were rumoured joining. Is it weird coming back to France and playing for France now? Does it bring something special to the game to you?
Look, it was an exciting opportunity at the time to possibly come over here. The World Cup joker was disappointing, where similar to Dill had some vestibular kind of issues, and that didn't come to life. And I think playing in a country like France, where rugby is really on the rise and they're playing some really exciting rugby, is an awesome opportunity. In saying that, I've loved my time staying in Australia and playing for the Waratahs, but also having the ability to play for the Wallabies as well.
And playing with Carter, what does that bring? How is he different to the playoffs?
All the halfbacks have a really strong skill set. It says, hold on, not sure if you need it. All of them have a really strong skill set. Carter's looked great this week. He obviously had a little bit of a niggle 2-3 weeks ago, and his speed that he can put onto the ball. He's a really good athlete, quick off the mark too. So if he sniffs anything out, he has the ability to cut them open. And a really strong kicking game too, which with a lot of meters. We know the French are going to kick a lot, or we're expecting they're going to kick a lot. They've got strong kickers throughout their team, and it's an opportunity for us to combat that through cards.
Your view on the level of the French team, the big loss against South Africa. How do you see them?
I mean, yeah, the French are playing at home. They're an awesome team, very well balanced. Jake says they kick a lot, but they've got so many threats running the ball as well. They're a really well balanced team, and they were unlucky against France. It's probably one that got away from them, but they're a really high quality team, and it's really cool for us to be able to go against them.
Jake, there's no Antoine Dupont. You getting that to have a go at him?
I played him back in 2022. Yeah, how far off is he? Close?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Wow. Yeah, no, great player. Yeah. Would have been nice, but Maxime Lucu, very good as well.